So from here, look, first thing I'm going to do, if I'm under the head here, I'm going to switch the arm. I'm going to sandwich him between my knee and my elbow. I want to control his head so his body can't go anywhere. That's the first part. If I was here, blocking his hip, I'm going to switch over. All right, now, this hand, I'm going to come up. Keep your elbow up. Don't be the lazy guy. Yep. This hand's going to come up right through the bend of his arm. I'm going to make like a little hook right through the crease of his arm here. Okay? What I'm going to do now, you can already see my shoulders behind his elbow. I need to create separation here to get this hand through. So this is how I'm going to do it. This hand come through. That's going to pull in and keep his elbow close to me. Now my shoulder is going to shrug and push. See that? What happened to his hand? He was holding on too and it broke his grip. Look. Now my space is there. Now I can get that hand through. So it's very important that we do this right. Here, shoulder shrug. Okay, it's not always going to pop way out like that. Sometimes it will. Sometimes it's going to be more like that. That's still all the space I need to get this. Thumb on the outside, right? Does everybody know why? If I go here, there's a wrist lock you can do. If my thumb's on the outside, I can't let go. I get my wrist hurt really bad. That's one reason we keep the thumb on the outside. Now look, second arm now connects to my own wrist. At this point, it's going to be one of those times where everybody has trouble getting the hand to the floor, right? If we just lift and twist this here, the guy's going to be able to get out. Okay, we have to pin that wrist and that hand to the floor. So look, everything in Jiu-Jitsu is about using your whole body to do it. I'm not going to fight arms with arms and do this because he might be stronger than me. I'm going to use the top of my head and I'm going to roll. I'm going to start rolling his wrist to the outside. Okay, that's going to limit some of his strength to resist here. I'm going to start rolling that. I use my head until I can get it pinned to the ground. Once I have it pinned to the ground, I make sure I have a good base. I'm chest to chest. I'm curling my wrists like I'm revving a motorcycle, or as my friend Keith Owen would say, decelerating a motorcycle. And I'm bringing the wrist in. I'm curling this to my own wrist. Now at this point, it's just a little arc. You can already see he's squirming. It's already very tight. Now I'm going to try to take his elbow down to his hip. Okay? If you're doing a keylock and it's taking all this time, you're doing it wrong. Okay? This is how you have to do it, especially if the guy's flexible in the shoulders. You can't be lifting the elbow up and dragging it and doing all this stuff. It's going to be able to get out. So we have to keep it in tight. The closer his hand is to his shoulder, the quicker the guy's going to tap out. If it's out here, it takes a lot longer. Okay? So let's look. He's here. He's got good form. He's framing out. So I'm controlling. I'm going to switch. I'm going to sandwich him between my knee and my elbow. Because if his head's blocked, it's going to limit how the rest of his body can move here. Now this hand's going to make this little hook. We're going to go right in the bend of his arm. We want to position our shoulder inside of his elbow. Now, what we're going to run into, I already know. If you don't keep this pressure holding his elbow in, all you're going to do, even if you have this hook, if you're just pushing here and you're not pulling in on this, see what happens? His elbow just opens. Nothing happens. I don't make that space here. I have to keep this hooked. My elbow's back. I'm pulling in on this. Now I just push with the shoulder. That's all the room I need. Right here, I connect to my own wrist. Head, I'm rolling his wrist to the outside. Bring this to the mat. Now from here, he's already tapping, but we're going to go a little longer. from here, really making sure I'm curling this in. Now I'm going to drag his elbow down to his hip. Okay. Some people it's going to take longer. Some people are going to be so tight they're going to have to tap right away. All right. Main thing when you're doing this, go very slow for your partner. Don't hurt their shoulder. If we're doing a bunch of repetitions in this today, okay, and you're really cranking and making them tap every time, everybody's gonna have sore shoulders probably the rest of the week. So let's make sure we go nice and slow. And maybe for the guy on the bottom, the good rule is always don't wait till it hurts to tap. Wait till it's tight. Okay, then I tap.